All right. My audio, my face. I'm not asking if it's good looking. I'm just asking if you could see it. We good? We good? I'm live. Three, two, one. Count me down, Eric. Guys ready? Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have the best overnight strategy ever? We'll discuss that. The market is actually slowing down. We were telling you that months ago. Now the Fed seems to agree, and the futures plunged after hours. Our precise daily stock levels, our game plan in Forex, as well as our full stock analysis. I believe I am Mark Melnick, and I'm pretty sure this is the Newsbeat show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat show. Do we have the best strategy ever? We discussed so many things today. Is the economy truly slowing down, as we were talking about for months already? And did the futures, after exploding up, are exploding down? What a coincidence. We're still in puts. We have all that to talk about and more, but first, I have a mission for you. I call upon thee to meet the T3 Live Compliance Team's message. I need you, dear Padawan, to pause this video. After pausing it, I need you to deliver this message to your brain. Once your brain has it, I need it to be transferred to your vocal cords, and you need to recite this out loud. Not only do you need to recite it, you have to recite it within Christmas spirit and sing a jolly song while repeating the T3 Live Compliance's message. And only then, once you pass the Julian School of Singing and Arts, only then may you hit play on this video. Thank you so much for singing and memorizing. So, wow. So we had the day off. It was very interesting here. So we made actually two videos
Than
for you
algorithmic
today.
strategies.
One of them
No.
is actually a bit long. And it's 3 hours, 51 minutes long. And then we have another one that's 42 minutes long. So it's about 4.5 hours plus of it's called Newsbeat Live Huge Free Education Bonanza. Now, if you want to know what's in that video before you dedicate a portion, a percentage of your life towards watching it, please notice the second one talks about this new strategy we've been applying effectively, and the other one goes over the following. It talks about how to create a strategy, finding statistical anomalies in the market, how the one and done high five and high one strategy are working, how to deal with option spreads, how to expedite your own options platform execution, how to take profits intelligently, how to use a screener, how to enter orders and where to enter orders effectively, position sizing, pair trading strategies, money and risk management, fear and mental toxicity, managing multiple positions. You thought I was done? Psychology after you open up a trade, not pressing buttons when you shouldn't, bull and bear flags, switching time frames, taking quick profits versus holding losers, the significance of the pre-market, position sizes, platform setup, wide option spreads on the open, which tighten up later. How do you determine if the market is going to be a good trading day or a bad trading day? That was the hardest thing I've ever learned. I discuss how I do it. What is it really? Algorithmic or technical analysis? My thoughts on that. How to not lose money. Which option strikes to pick? How do you address your own ego? Stock selection, whether you're trading a small group of names or a large group of names. Platforms, the different platforms out there. Minimizing your commissions and collecting rebates. How to learn the strategy and skill of professional traders. The minimum tools that you need for success besides the Newsbeat live room. How do I personally select the Newsbeat live names? And strangles and straddles. And you thought we were done speaking today. You were sadly mistaken if you thought that. So, with that being said, let's talk about the best strategy ever. Now, I put a question mark because it's too early, and yes, it's a. I'm not claiming it's the best strategy ever. I'm more saying it in a tongue-in-cheek manner, but with a slight side of seriousness. So let's talk about it. So if you're part of the Newsbeat live room, as you know, you're going to be getting. Wow, we have another 30 Twitter followers. Woo! People sign up. We're going to probably get hundreds. What we did was we opened up this service, which is going to be $2,000 to $3,000. There are people who can't even make it inside the Newsbeat live room, who are actually, and we have 197 pending. So we're probably going to get well over 1,000 people. It's just been exploding up every day. But why? Let's talk about why. So what happens here is you guys are going to get access to things like this, where we're buying Caterpillar puts on December 21st. Caterpillar puts right over here at the end of the day on December 21st. On December 3rd, we bought December 21st options on Caterpillar, the monthlies. But buying puts over here on December 3rd, you're getting access to all that information through Twitter. As I've gotten a few emails today, I got in a few emails saying that traders who took these overnight trades already paid for 5 times the year's subscription, and it would have to be absolutely brainless for them not to. Not only that, there were a bunch of traders who signed up today who just simply said, I have a secondary job. I'm not going to be able to trade all the time, but I have an account and I'm going to be taking these overnight ideas and I love what you're doing. So let's talk about some of these overnight ideas. You can have a service and you could there are several services out there and who knows? The truth is I've never tried them, but everyone who signs up says that they have tried other services out there and they failed. I am obviously hoping that you can see the value in this one and that you will be phenomenally successful. With that being said, Caterpillar puts on December 3rd. Now, we also took a Forex trade, and I just pull it up here. The heck? There we go. I pulled it up here and I basically said I'm trying my new swing strategy on Forex. And if you can't read the order there, it's a short in New Zealand Japanese yen. As one trader said, he made over 50 pips in the room off of that idea. And I just literally market ordered to enter and I said, feel free to see my success first. This swing strategy works in overseas markets, US markets, Forex. You ready for this one? Cryptocurrency. Works in the crypto markets as well. Now, so many people are like, I've been looking over my charts and this hit rate is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And as I said before, I mean, it's nice to see anything with an over 90% success rate. The truth is, I'm going to be happy if it bats 70%. I don't think I can maintain 90%. And every time I give that number, I always drop that because I don't want you to think with such a small sample size that we're going to be batting 90%. If we do, I'll take it. But if we do 70%, that would be by far the best swing strategy in existence. If you're batting 70% on overnights, by far the best swing strategy in existence. Now, how long does it last for? Maybe it only lasts for a few years, a few months. Nobody knows. So we have to milk it as much as we can. So not only did it work on Caterpillar puts, but the market is coincidentally down, and we are coincidentally in Etsy puts. So we went ahead and we took $55 Etsy puts. And I said I may add a little more by the close. I'm going very light, so I added a little more, but The new swing strategy, and when I learn how to spell account and not typo, I will let you know. My new swing strategy, accounting, is fully funded by Thursday, so I'm just going light, and I've just been throwing money at this strategy, and just every time I throw money at it, there's a check in the mail, which actually doesn't come through the mail, but comes through my account. And these strategies are just working and working and working. So you might have noticed that the futures were shot up after China was saying some positive things. Now, if you look at the futures, they are getting crushed. We are going to gap down tomorrow. Most likely, short of anything changing, which it just seems like we're in just such a geopolitical environment. Now, I want to talk about why we are gapping down tomorrow because it's not technical, it's not random. There's a reason. So, there's something called the Fed Beige Book. And what happens is, person I know over at Zero Hedge wrote an article, which is shared in the room. And what this is this person, why I respect him, is he uses statistical analysis all the time. He looks for frequencies of certain patterns. That is how we found our swing pattern. That is why we took Etsy puts overnight, straight puts, $55 strikes. The odds of you being up money in Etsy tomorrow are about 99.9% at this point forward. Just so you know. I know you're in Etsy puts. You have no idea if it's out gapping up or down or up, right? Chances of you being up by the open tomorrow morning are over 99%. So with that being said, I'm not counting my eggs before they hatch. I'm just giving you statistics. So my boy over here at Zero Hedge is also very big in statistics, and he's basically telling us he's looking for the beige book instances of the word tariff and slow. So inside the beige book, which comes out of the Fed, and it talks about several things, saying price growth and development of markets, wage inflations, and all these things, and price rises and whatever. This is what happened with the beige book, and I'm going to just try to stretch this out. Oh, that did not work. Let's see if we could zoom in. All right, so I'm going to move my mug away for a second. This is beige book instances of the word slow. If you'll notice here, if you'll notice here in January, there was zero mention of the word tariff. Zero mention of the word tariff. Where did it go? In March, when the beige book came out, zero mention of the word tariff. It only really started happening since we were speaking about tariffing China. And what these boxes show is they actually show the increase of how many times the word tariff and slow were used within the beige book. So in red over here, in red arrows, I'm going to show you how the word slow moved. And I have to show you this statistical anomaly because it is very, very important. Now you can see there, slow, and here's the last one. And what's common about this, if we actually just remove these arrows and show it to you almost as if it were a chart, take a look at this. I want to show you something. It's 1, it's 2, 3. This is the chart of the word slow. Nobody has ever charted this ever. I am the first person who has ever done this. So you see the black line? That is the word slow. Now you'll notice in May, that word was used the least all year. The word less instances of the word slow were used in May. And if you look right over here, here's May 1st. Look at what happened in May. We exploded in May. We exploded in May. You see that? Huh. Wow, Mark, that's such an amazing correlation. I would have never looked at that before. This is what happens when you look for statistical anomalies. Watch my prior video. I talk about it. It is a very important thing that most traders are not looking at because no one else out there is talking about this. Okay? Right over here, May. See that? and the market shoots up in May. That's interesting. Now over here, you see October 24th on the last beige book. Right over here, we have the highest use of the word slow before this last beige book just came out today. But look over here. That's October 24th. I want to show you something. This is how you make money off the beige book. This is how you swing off the beige book. Now, if I knew this before, I didn't. I would have capitalized on it. Did you know this before? Were you correlating statistical instances of the word slow in correlation to the market? We might be the first people who have ever done that. I have never seen that in my life. And if it has happened, kindly share the link, especially if it happened before I'm talking tonight on December 5th. So on October 24th, they used the word slow and the market plunged. The Qs, coincidentally, on the day they used the word slow the most, plunged $8.32 and then plunged even further before bouncing and then going even lower. And well, you know what happens after that. With that being said, back to the chart. What is going to happen now? Because now we have more instances of the word slow than we ever had before. Most people think the beige book is bullshit. Most people think that news flow is bullshit. Most traders don't make money consistently. So how do you take this? And how am I going to apply it to make money for me, us, all of us? What am I going to do? What am I going to do to share bottom line, share the ideas that I share, right? So today we use the word slow more often than we've ever used it in the beige book. I say we, US, whatever. You're the Federal Reserve Chairman, right? You might as well be. And even though we don't have as many uses of the word tariff as we did last month, you see it subsided a little. We do have an increase in the word slow to a point where we've never seen before. So let me tell you what I think is going to happen in the triple Qs. Remember what they say? You ever hear, how many of you guys have ever heard of the term Santa Claus rally? How many of you have heard that term before? Most people have. Okay. Let me introduce you to a new term. Diana has heard it 73 times. How many times have you heard Santa Claus rally? Oh, it's like Santa Claus is coming to town. The market's going to rally. You know what we're going to get? We're going to get Santa Claus moving from the North Pole to the South Pole. We're going to get, I'm trying to sound cute here. We're going to get a Santa Claus sell-off. We're going to get a Grinch rally, and the Grinch rally, there you go. It's a Grinch rally, Boogie, and the Grinch rally is going to go down. Don't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, when the market actually hits my beginning of the year target. What is your beginning of the year target, Mr. Melnick? I am new to the room and I have no idea what you are talking about. Right over there. Major prediction number one. This is the first, and I make this. By the way, you get my major predictions. You get it at the beginning of every year. So before January, the first day of trading on January, each one of the Newsbeat Live members exclusively get this report for free. Just so we're clear, it's integrated into your subscription. So this is from the beginning of the year. The market Qs go up higher, then comes down lower, much lower. This was written before the first trading day of this year. The Qs move higher for the first few months. March, April, and May, we will have a major downturn. Bears come out of the woods. This may coincide or actions or policies with Iran, China, or North Korea. Oh, what a coincidence. Every single country that is making the majority of news headlines. The markets will close red for the year. We will close the year lower for the first time since 2008. And then I sarcastically asked if this is a bold enough call for you. The one thing that doesn't look so far true, which the year's not over, is my Q's target of 134.94. Now, with that being said, here is a yearly of the triple Qs. One thing that has never remained, or always remained true, that has never happened rather, is we've never gotten 10 consecutive green bars in a row in the triple Qs. In fact, I thought this year would be a sort of similar to 2000. And you can see right here in 2000 from 1991, Bill Clinton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green bars in a row on the yearly of the triple Qs. Shoot up in 2000, and then we walk right into a recession. See that? Where the Qs went from $120.50 to $19.76. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was part of that entire up and down move. I saw the bubble burst. So in the triple Qs, we dropped $100.74 in the triple Qs, only to see it teeter off. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We shoot up higher. And then what's going to happen is I believe we're going to start to look like the year 2000, where we pull in lower. And that's a yearly of the triple Qs. The most likely direction for the end of the year is a potential retest of your November 20th low. I know a lot of people out there want to say that's the bottom of the year, and that's not a brave call. It's very easy to look at the Qs go from 160, 150 to $173 when we have less than a month of trading for the year and say that is going to hold, that low is going to hold for the rest of the year. I'm like, wow, Braveheart over here. Do you have any other phenomenal calls? How about I'll give you a good one? Apple's going to close less than $300 a share this year. Obviously, people like to make those calls. I'll give you a brave call. We're going to retest that low before the end of the year and break it. How's that for a brave call? How's that for a brave call? The triple Qs are going to retest this year, which means less than a month. 157.13. 157.13. That's insinuating an $8.50 drop by the end of the year. I think that's semi-brave, considering we have less than a month. Oh, that's interesting, Glenn. So just taking you back to the graph, again, when people are like, most traders, they hear beige book, and they don't even know what it is. What is the beige book? Is it a book that happens to be the color beige? Like, that's the only thing people think about. Who the hell wants to read that thing? Who has access to read that thing? They just read what professionals call the highlights. But over at Zero Hedge, they actually show statistical analysis of the word tariff and slow. I'm focusing on the word slow. The less amount of times you use the word slow, the higher chance we rally. The more amount of times we use the word slow, the higher chance we plummet. And I think we're going to plummet this year, ladies and gentlemen. So I thought you would find that interesting on how I'm forecasting the rest of the year. So many people are asking me about it. And as I told you before, and I will say it again, the US-China tariffs had nothing at all to do with the negative earnings of Facebook, Netflix, and Google. It is a criminal offense in the country of China to even use those services. All right? Their earnings sucked, as did Apple, as did Netflix. Remember, I was that person bashing, ripping, tearing to shreds every analyst who defended the earnings. It's okay to think the stock will go higher. I don't bash people for that. That's fine. But to defend, to put lipstick on a pig and call it a princess, to you know, to do your morning business in the toilet and call it a Picasso. I mean, which actually I think some of that does look better than a Picasso. But the point being is stop sugarcoating BS and feeding it to the public, because that is what these analysts have been doing. If you remember, when they gapped Netflix up on October 17th, and I said no part of Netflix earnings are good at all, and we were buying puts on October 17th. I will tell you right now, our future strategy would make us hold these puts on Netflix. And Netflix went from $380 to $250. Yeah, we made money. I didn't make this much money. But with our new strategy and our new swing account, we are going to make, in my humble opinion, a lot of money. My opinion. It's my opinion that I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm just going to share with you everything I'm doing every step of the way. And we are in a new market. We are in a new environment. Strategies that worked 6 months ago aren't really working today. Strategies that failed 5 years for the past 5 years are suddenly working this year. Strategies that failed from 2012 to 2017 are working in 2018. It is up to us as traders to identify such trends. It is up to us as traders to identify such statistical anomalies. And it is up to us as traders to take advantage and capitalize on such anomalies. And if you're not part of a service or a group of people who are trying to spot these things, if you're part of a group of people who are trying to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and just praying the market befits their strategy, or maybe you're watching somebody who shows you a good day and then hides the bad days, and shows you a good day and hides the bad days, and cloaks things to give you that wow effect, and then has zero value to really offer you. If that is what you're after, there are hundreds of services out there that will help you. In terms of us in the Newsbeat live room, we know things change. We know the market is always going to change it up. We know new things that didn't work before are going to work now. And not only that, we're going to take that, we're going to give a lot to charity. I'm dedicating an account to one, a full account to one. We're going to dedicate an account to it. We're going to make the world a better place, and we're going to make money and do our part for humanity. And if you could get behind that, you could be part of that mentality of the Newsbeat live room. First, help yourself, get yourself to a comfortable position. Once you're there, help the people around you. That's what I ask for from you. You capitalize on this. I share with you algorithmic strategies. I share with you exactly what I'm doing. I try to bring you so much added value instead of, I could have offered you a swing service. I could have offered you one. You would have, most of you would have paid for it. I'm not stupid. Some of you wouldn't. I know that. I know most of you would pay for the Twitter service. I know most of you would pay for the room. But you don't think I could have cleaned up house on the fact that we have followers? I'm not trying to nickel and dime you. I'm trying to make the world a better place. I'm trying to make this service as affordable as possible for everyone. We combined all three of those services into one package. You'll notice that nobody out there, anywhere, does things like that, because everybody's time is so valuable. And it's true. Your time is very valuable. My time is very valuable. So when we're sitting here and we're doing these things, please note why we do it. We do it because we want to create, which we probably already are, we want to continue to grow the largest consistent trading population in the nation and soon in the world. That is what my goal is with this room. And I want you to be part of that journey. I do. I really do. I really want you to be part of that journey. And I do want to help you. And when you do well, it makes my day. And when you don't do well, it breaks my heart, and I do everything I can to lift you up again. And that is what life is really about in every aspect, even outside of trading. So if you're going to be in this game, which is not an easy game, and everybody will tell you that you have to work hard for the money, or somebody has to work their asses off to make it easy for you to make the money, which is a lot of what I try to do here too, but you still have to put in your work yourself. If you're not dealing with that, you are putting yourself at the worst odds possible to succeed. If you're interested, as a, a reoccurring member, it's $12.95 today. You can email info@t3live.com. You get access to my swing ideas, 100% of them, all our evolutionary videos. You're going to get access to my Twitter feed. You're going to obviously get access to the room. You're going to get access to a lot of great stuff because this market's about to get good. And not only that, I have a few people entering the room who are sharing unique strategies they use to create income. So we actually have a lot more coming for you, probably within the next 2 weeks. So definitely stay tuned for that. Game plan in Forex? Sure, why not? Same levels as yesterday because there was no trading today. So these levels are still valid for one more day. And these are tomorrow's levels today. No Captain Hindsight stuff. No what you should have done. No looking at a chart and saying this is what you could have done here. Actual value for the next trading day. These levels don't always hit, ladies and gentlemen. But when they do, there is a lot of value to be had. Our Forex, that was another trade which we got our take profit hit. So I have no new orders today. I have no new orders today in the Forex market. But just for full disclosure, it may or may not happen. I'm trying to raise $25 million for a Forex account. Not taking or accepting anyone's money here, but I am in discussions with overseas to raise $25 million for a live Forex account. So just so you know, I am taking this swing strategy stuff very, very seriously. Would you like to know every single trade that I am going to be putting through that large account if and when I receive it? You're going to get it right through our Twitter service 5 days a week, which is every single day I'm putting in a new order. So don't underestimate the value that we try to bring you here in the Newsbeat live room. In terms of our game plan, I'm watching, what's that silly name I'm watching? Khan. Don't you think of William Shatner when you hear that? Con breakdown level 2390. It was a big dropper on Tuesday. I'm looking for follow through to the downside. CONN. Bearish trigger 2390 for a follow through. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to our full stock analysis. That does happen to be for Newsbeat Live members and Newsbeat Live free open house members only. There is a reason, ladies and gentlemen, why I humbly believe that the Newsbeat Live Room is not only going to be the largest, fastest growing, most consistent trading room in the nation, but that I humbly believe we're going to be the largest, fastest growing, consistent trading room on the planet. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening. All right. Okay, guys.